Seiko did it. They finally found the key to selling their watches. Just remake icons from the past. They got what seems to be an unlimited amount of watches from the past that they can reissue. And my fellow Seikopaths will agree, the best Seikos were the old Seikos. And I'm excited because that's what we have here today. Introducing the all-new Navigator Timer Limited Edition with a run of 4,000 units. And yes, this one is a faithful recreation. Seiko did very well here, but if you're a long-time sub, you already know my complaints on this thing. But we'll get into that later. First up, the case. The bewitching barrel-shaped case screams Seiko. It has incredible presence and personality on the wrist, and it looks a lot like the Slim Willard, which is my favorite Seiko diver, so it's no wonder my heart goes pitter-patter when I see this iconic shape return. The craftsmanship is superb, showcasing elegantly defined case lines that seamlessly blend sleekness and sharpness. The top of the case has the typical brushing, complemented by high polished sides. Overall, it's a visually striking profile, and the C-shaped case is designed to hug the wrist, although it may be hindered by the case back. The case back has that vintage horseback engraving, and it does feature a subtle dimple. It protrudes in the very center. While that is a nod to the original, I find myself questioning, was that necessary on a modern 6R caseback? I don't think so. It's not that big of a deal because it's just a hair, but anytime we can trim the case, I think we should. The crown is small, but surprisingly easy to use because of the undercarriage cutouts. It comes in at only 4.3 millimeters and is push-pull, but the watch still has 100 meters of water resistance, which is definitely a peace of mind number. Now you'll notice the bezel is perfectly aligned, a rare case among Seikos. But how does it feel and how does it sound? Well, just like the original, it's bi-directional. There are no clicks, so you can align it yourself. The bezel is a soft coin edge with excellent grip, and the stainless steel bezel insert has deeply engraved Arabics for the 24-hour scale. This is an upgrade as the original only had a printed insert. And another upgrade is the crystal. No longer acrylic. It is now a short boxed sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating on the underside. Now let's do the dimensions. I got 38.5 millimeters in diameter, secret measurement 31 millimeters. And we got a thickness of 12.7 and a lug-to-lug of 45.2. Seiko did their absolute best to preserve those original proportions because the dimensions are pretty much the same as the original 6117-8000. But make sure to check out all the faraway wrist shots throughout the video and let me know how it wears on my 6.6-inch wrist. Now the bracelet. It is the same as the original. I suspect that this new bracelet will fit on an original Navigator case. So if you have an original and you need a new bracelet, you're in luck. It is 19 millimeters and it tapers down to 16. It's a boxy 5-link with beautiful brushing on the top and high polish on the sides. It is fixed via a pin and collar system, and unfortunately it only has 2 micro adjustments on the clasp. This is a huge misstep and sadly very typical for Seikos. Now, some complaints. Why is there no Navigator timer on the dial? When you reissue a watch, reissue it. Do not water it down for me and give me something half-baked. A name for a watch gives it more significance and it creates a stronger bond to the owner. It may sound silly, but it's true. Also, I would have loved the Sua logo like the original, but I know that's pushing it. but I would have loved that. Other than that, the anthracite dial is absolutely perfect with its sunray pattern and applied markers. The Seiko logo is also applied, and Seiko says they lowered the location of the word Seiko. I couldn't tell. I thought it was the regular positioning, but that's interesting to see Seiko so dialed in on the minute details. This 411 falls under the Pro Specs line, yet interestingly, there is no Pro Specs X on the dial. Definitely a departure from the norm, and I know fans are going to be happy. But being a Pro Specs, it still gets Seiko's proprietary super hard coating to help minimize scratches and increase the life of this watch. Also, the hands remain faithful to the original design with a contemporary twist. The combination of half brushing and half polished finish brings in some visual dimension that I find quite appealing. This watch is powered by caliber 6R54, and once again, being true to the original, it's got the same beat rate, 21.6 VPH, but it does come with a few upgrades. 24 joules instead of 17, and 72 hours of power reserve. The amplitude is a little bit concerning, but these movements are known to have low amplitude. These Navigator timers are available at Kavar Jewelers, and he has a couple left, but what's the price? Well, they retail for $1,500 USD, so if you want to pick one of these beauties up, email me and we can discuss it. Now make sure you like the video on your way out, and if you want to see more fantastic Seikos, I got 2 more for you on the right of your screen right now. So click into one of those videos and I'll see you there.